Slingshot band, equal resistance on either side of the pouch. Doesn't matter on accuracy. Will it affect anything if your slingshot bands are off a little bit left or right? We're about to find out. Hey guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to dive into a little bit of stuff here, a little more science projects, we'll say. My curiosity has been piqued, and I can blame it all on a guy named Matt from You'll Shoot Your Eye Out Slingshots. He has been shooting slingshots and posting videos, you know, a decade before I even came onto the scene. So he is an old school or OG slingshot shooter and very knowledgeable. I've met him twice, and he's definitely a good dude, and he knows his shit. I can tell you that. Recently, he posted on Facebook an interesting video. At least I found it interesting. If you're a slingshot nerd kind of person and you like to know the ins and outs of how things work, this video was pretty interesting. What he did was he built a jig, right? This little jig with some ball bearings, some wood, and essentially what it boils down to is showing your resistance at the pouch of a slingshot. So you have your bands on either side and the pouch, and you put this over this jig and you pull it back, and you can see if one band has more tension or resistance than the other one. Then how does that correlate to accuracy in shooting a slingshot? That made me wonder. I never really thought about it too much. I try and make my band sets as accurate as I possibly can, but sometimes I just am in a hurry or sick of making bands, so I just slap them together and I don't really give it a second thought. So today I'm gonna purposely shoot a slingshot with different bands to see if that will affect accuracy. Let's check it out. This is how I'm gonna do this test here, okay? I am not a technical person, as you will know, or do know if you follow my channel at all. The way I learn is more by the seat of me pants, and I just get out there and I shoot and I learn stuff. So this is what we're going to do today. This here is yellow, as you can see. Don't know the brand. I found this band set laying in a drawer in my toolbox, and God knows what it is, but it feels pretty light. Maybe a 0.45, 0.4, something like that. This side, I can tell you for sure, is 0.5. And the length on this one I know for a fact too, because I took a band that was pre-made and I just chopped one side off and then I added this on to it. This one here is 25 at this side, 12 millimeter here. So we have a 25 to 12 millimeter taper. This one here, not quite sure. Holding it side by side, you can see a difference. Okay, I'll show you right here. That's the difference between the yellow and the white. So it's a pretty significant difference in taper. I'm going to fold this pouch in half here, and we're just going to follow the bands down and let them kind of free float here. I'm not going to put any tension on it. You can see there's a pretty big difference. I'm not going to measure it, but these bands are definitely not the same. This is a slingshot I'm going to use. This is a prime fork slingshot. It has a fork kit on it already. When I traded this slingshot, I knew about the fork kit that was on it, but I did not do it. But it is there, so that's the reason I picked this slingshot, because if it does fork it again, I'm not going to be too busted up about it, because I don't know, it already has a fork kit on it. The reason I'm doing this on camera is just so there's no naysayers or whatever that I switched any goofy stuff or whatever. So I'm sorry if this is taking a little bit longer than it should, but it is what it is. I want to make sure that you guys see exactly what I'm doing here. Alright, so we got one band attached. About to put the other one on. Allergies this time of year, man. Alright, we're going to crank this baby down. Make sure it's extra tight. I don't want any mishaps. Don't know what's going to happen here, guys. I don't know if it's going to throw my shot super low or high or what, but these are definitely different bands completely. I'm cranking this on pretty tight, guys. Probably don't need to do that, but I'm gonna, because I want to. Okay, I think we're ready to roll here. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this tripod up here a little bit. Oh boy. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I usually edit that out. Alright, so we're up here, slingshot still, same one, it was in my hand the whole time. Let's walk down here. So down in the catch box, I have a, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna cheat. I have no idea. I don't want to. Well, all right. This is what we're gonna do. Just gonna show you here. There's nothing in this plate. Same slingshot here. Nothing on that plate there. I guess we'll just walk back down to the other side. Keep everything legit or something. It's a weird video, but you know what? Sometimes weird is good. Okay, we're back at 10 meters. This is where I normally shoot from. That same plate right there. You know, I'm gonna leave this. Oh, what the hell am I even doing here, guys? There, I hung my slingshot up over there. I know I already cranked this thing down, but I'm a little bit nervous about this here shot. I don't know why. I probably shouldn't be. I usually don't get any nervousness at all, but something about this just don't seem right. All right. Target. Same goofy slingshot. As you can see, I'm going to keep these forks level here and look at the pouch. It's a huge difference there. You can see that it's overhanging on the one side and completely in the fork on the other. I'm going to take 10 shots at that plate. How much does Slingshot Band's exact consistency matter? Let's find out. Now we got 10 shots. Let's give it a go. Hopefully you can see good. I'll tell you one thing, this feels very weird and I don't like it. And the one band is definitely not in the greatest health. So let's see what happens. Feels very unnatural. I'm still lining, I just dropped one. Still lining my pouch up the same, so even though the band lengths are different, I'm still holding my pouch with even tension on it, on that side of it. Okay, same goofy ass slingshot, banded up, level there, so you can see. Pouch, oop, let's hold it level. Pouch is way off up top. Let's go down there and see what we did. All right. So this is what we did. Definitely some flyers over here, but that's not the slingshot, that's me. Really, grouping is not bad. I mean, this, for one, I haven't shot this slingshot in ages. And two, I haven't shot all day, so that was the first 10 shots that I've taken today. For completely goofy, uneven bands, this group here is okay with a couple of flyers over here. So how much, yes, it matters. I mean, I get it. All you pro shooters out there who go to tournaments or whatnot, yes, it matters. The whole idea of this video was not to debunk or look down on anybody or say you're wrong or you're right. It was just, I wanted to know, if I'm cutting my own bands at home, which a lot of us do, and you happen to screw up by a millimeter, is that going to affect your shot, or is that really come down to just like you as a shooter? Um, this is a pretty wonky setup here, and it felt very odd to shoot. But you could definitely dial it in if if you wanted to shoot like this every day. God knows why anybody would. But I feel that sometimes people overthink things. If you're off by a little bit, don't let it discourage you. Don't let it get in your head and say, "Oh, it's the bands. It's the bands." It's not the bands, in my opinion. It's just consistency with you, consistency with the motions, and just shooting a lot. Okay, we know we can hit a paper plate, right? We have a weird setup on here, mismatched bands by a long shot. But if you're at a tournament, you would be shooting something smaller than a paper plate, right? So I have a 40 millimeter up there. It's a Timber 26. I'm gonna use the same setup, 10 meters, and see if we can hit it. All right. I think that was 7 out of 10, maybe. So 7 out of 10 on a 40. Yeah, either way, you're probably not going to shoot like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned something or found a little bit of enjoyment out of this video. Like and subscribe, please. Thanks.